today with Selah Perkins and the Eddy County Republican Party. How are you today?
I am really good. It's Friday. You know what's great about Friday?
What's that?
I don't have to pick out anything out of the wardrobe. I got it on.
As long as it's orange?
As long as it's orange. You don't have to use your brain.
Well, I think I've got on tape, recording, we could probably play that clip from the end of the interview with Yvette Harrell where she said, "Go Bulldogs."
Oh, cool. Good for her.
And Deming's in her district.
That's true.
But she said, "Go Bulldogs."
That's okay.
Now, she did a radio interview in Deming later this morning.
But she didn't say "Go Bulldogs," did she?
No, I bet she would have said "Go Wildcats." But
I hate to lose Yvette. I really do.
Well,
but the new one we got coming.
Yeah.
And she's going to win. She'll be good.
Now, are we going to meet her?
Going to meet her 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today. Okay.
Yes.
She'll be in Artesia and
yes.
And we'll have the opportunity.
No. Yeah, today.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. And well, let's start with I wanted to talk about the T-shirts. I got an email from the Republican Party. For some reason, I don't get emails from the Democrat Party, so I don't know if they've got T-shirts or if they've got a
really.
Yeah, I don't. You know, I'm in the media. I try to be fair, but I just.
But that's probably the problem. You tell the truth, and they don't want to talk to you.
That's true. But there are some T-shirts because and this is part of what you want to talk about today.
Right.
Is a lot of attention focuses on the big races. So in this midterm, it's going to be the governor's race, the congressional seats. There's no Senate seat up this year.
No.
On the federal level, but the congressional seat, and then you have all your state house seats and other things.
Right.
Jeffrey, if you want to put a picture of the T-shirt up, I think part of the concept of the T-shirt, if you're a Republican and you get a T-shirt and you wear this thing in public, is to remind everybody it's not just the governor's race or the congressional race to vote in. There's a lot of other races that you can vote in. Or other candidates you can vote for on the ballot.
In front of the shirts is, well, I guess you'd say the main ones. It's the governor and the congressional and all. And the backside has more. It's got all the judges that are running. And that was 2 years ago when we went out and knocked on doors and people had talked to us. Mm-hmm. They go, "Oh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know and I'm going, "Oh my gosh, people, that's why we have this rubber stamp Supreme Court we have, because you don't ever vote anybody in or out. It's just the same ones all the time." But we've got several judges running for Supreme Court and the appellate court. Those are always got opponents.
Yep.
The other ones don't. But we do have a judge in District 5, David Finger. He's got an opponent.
Okay.
But otherwise, Anne Marie Lewis is District 5. They created 2 new judgeships this year. One was down here and one was over in District 12, whatever that is, over that. You can't see my hands, but over that way to the west.
Right.
And the governor was supposed to nominate somebody to run against Anne Marie because that one was new, and she never could come up with anybody to nominate. Reckon she wants a vote from Republicans for that?
I guess so. It'd be interesting. And this is where it's important. Now, the judge that ruled that the Otero County Commissioner can't serve anymore, that was a New Mexico judge. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure if that was a judge that was voted in at some point or could have been voted out, but I'm still scratching my head over that decision. I don't know how a state judge can rule that an elected official can't serve anymore when all they were convicted of was trespassing.
Right.
So but this points out why it's important for people to vote for not just the governor but these other positions.
Exactly. That's why I call the Supreme Court a rubber stamp. Whatever she wants, it's there. Mm-hmm. It's there. They won't listen to anybody else.
Yeah.
She gets it all. So that's where that came from, was the Supreme Court said, go after it. Go do it.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Whether a business was trying to stay open during COVID or whether schools are trying to stop from having to teach CRT or any of these other issues that come up when they do wind up in the court, or whether does the governor have the power to continually have public health orders indefinitely.
Yeah.
Any of these issues that wind up in front of the courts, they tend to rule with the governor. Yeah.
That's right.
So think about that. Find out more about it. Now, at the Republican headquarters office, you have literature on all these different
I have
candidates?
literatures on all of them, and I have yard signs on two of the whatever judges. And then for everybody else, I have lots of yard signs and lots of literature people want to know. As soon as the sample ballots come out, I'll have some of those too. That usually helps with the backside of stuff also.
Sure, yeah, so you can start reading and then do
Right.
some research on
Right.
these candidates
Now,
that are running.
we have a T-shirt. I forgot to get it and bring it, and it's we only have 4 left, 2 large and 2 extra large. And I thought you might have one here. You have so much stuff, but it's against Grisham. It says boot MLG out. It's got a picture of a boot. It's really cute. I've only got 4 of those left, but that's okay.
Those are-
We got Mason T-shirts, and then we're going to have these shirts. We'd like to get them ordered so people can start wearing them since the election's only 2 months away. And you've got a picture of them.
Yeah, you're talking
Oh,
about
you're already there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, see, I don't look over there. I'm looking right at you.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
we have the picture
Yeah.
up. So these are the ones that have all the down ballot candidates listed.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
front and then the back also, and they're $20 a piece. And if you want one, you can call me and leave a message, or you can come to the headquarters today from 12 to 3. I'll leave here and go there later.
A little bit later and do
Yeah.
that. Let me ask you this: you have an opinion about third-party candidates that appear on the ballot. A lot of times people do go and vote. The first step is we got to get people motivated to go vote,
We want people to vote.
and so many people don't.
Vote.
And then there's other people that do go, but then they say, well, I don't like this one, I don't like that one, they're all alike, and then they vote for a third-party candidate.
Right.
What's you have an opinion on that?
Yes, I do have. We already talked about that. Okay.
And by the way, folks, I don't disagree.
See, there you are.
Yeah.
You tell the truth. The third party candidate is, her name is Bedoni. She's libertarian.
And this is for governor.
This is for governor. And I will say that she will get votes because people will go in and say, well, I don't want Ronchetti and I don't want Grisham, so I'll vote for this one because she'll probably be just as good. Or they will come in and say, I don't want either one of them, I'm not going to vote, and go on down. And I guarantee if you don't vote, it's a vote for Grisham. If you vote for her, it's a vote for Grisham because all she's there for is to take away from Ronchetti. She was a Republican until right before the primaries, and she didn't get on the ballot, and so she switched parties.
Yeah.
So that's truth.
And that tells you
That's
something
true.
right there, because,
Right.
I mean, I can understand there have been candidates over the years, there have been officials over the years that have changed party affiliation,
Right.
and here's why I'm changing my party affiliation, the party left me out behind, or, whatever. But when somebody changes before a primary, that seems a little odd. I'm sure they had a perfectly good reason to do that, but now they're going to show up as a libertarian on the ballot. So
Yes.
and I think you're right. I think as close as things are, and as blue as this state is, a non-vote in the governor's race or a vote for a third-party candidate in the governor's race tends to be beneficial to the incumbent, or in this case, the Democrat candidate.
Right.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a proven fact. That's a proven fact. So we really want people to vote. And if you're not registered, and if you're not sure you're registered, Benny's has registration. I have them at the headquarters, and you can also get it off the Secretary of State's page, which I don't trust her either, but anyway.
well, if you can print
What
the
can I
form,
say?
you've got
What
the
can I
form in
say?
your hand. Hopefully you can
Right.
fill that out.
Right.
So think about that. If you do decide to vote, it's important to maybe think about that before you, as you're getting ready to cast your ballot. Do I want to vote for a third-party candidate? I don't know. Obviously, it's your right. You vote however you want to
Exactly.
vote. But
Yeah, exactly.
But if your purpose is to not vote for the incumbent, but you don't like the Republican, and you either don't vote or vote for a third party, in essence, you are
Voting
for the
governor.
Republican
Yes.
governor. So
Yes.
okay. And you have a couple of meetings coming up you want
Yes.
to talk about. All right.
Yes. On the 22nd of this month, the Republicans are having a meeting. We get together once a month, and right now we're having speakers who are candidates. And that one will be Alexis Martinez Johnson, who is running for the congressional district, and a surprise. It's not going to be anybody bigger than her, for sure. But anyway, it starts at 5:30 with come in and eat if you want to at La Fonda, and then the meeting starts at 6, and you can come in after an order also, or just come to the meeting. But we want a good turnout. We want people to hear her because she needs our votes.
And this is on the
She needs our
22nd.
votes. 22nd of
Which
September.
is a
it's
Thursday.
night.
Right.
Yes.
And then the
Yes.
next morning, she's going to be on the radio
And the next
here.
morning she'll be here.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. Now, she's running for the 3rd Congressional
Third
District?
congressional district.
Okay.
Yes.
And again, for those that don't know, and a lot of people, this is the time they kind of start thinking about maybe paying
We don't
attention.
have Yvette Harrell anymore. So
in Artesia.
in Artesia, we
Right.
cannot vote for Yvette Harrell. I've had a lot of people say, well, when I went on the primary, Yvette's name wasn't there. What happened? And I'm going, they
Redistricting.
redistricted.
Yeah.
They put her in Carlsbad and that way. But
That's right.
what can I say? That's
So,
just that's
Yvette
just the way it
will-
is now.
Right, and I think she lost Lee County,
Yes, she lost Lee County also.
big chunk of Lee County and Chaves County, and
But she has Johnson has picked it up.
right.
Yeah, she's
So,
picked up down
so
here.
the incumbent Democrat is a some
She's
kind
an
of lawyer.
appointee. She wasn't elected. She was an appointee.
Right. Well, that's because Deb Haaland, who did have that seat. No, was it Deb Haaland? No, because
Lujan.
Lujan.
I heard it was Lujan. Had to be Deb Haaland. I don't know.
Well, what-
anyway, whatever.
Well, Deb Haaland. I thought she was in. Maybe she was. No. Well, anyway. So there was a political appointment. The seat was open. And so the governor
Right.
picked somebody to fill out that term, and so now they're running for
Right.
that seat. And because of redistricting, Artesia and Chaves County were taken out of CD2 and put into CD3.
Right.
And so a Santa Fe lawyer, who's not a big fan of oil and gas, will be, if she wins re-election or election, will be representing us
Right.
here in oil
Right,
country,
in oil
USA.
country.
And so that's a reason why to learn more
Learn
about
more
this
about
candidate.
Johnson, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So next or 2 weeks from Thursday, the 22nd, she'll be in
She'll
Artesia
be speaking
at
there.
the Republican
And
Party
she-
meeting. Okay.
You can ask questions, whatever you want to do.
We should.
Yes. We need to know. We can't just take it for granted that, oh, governor's going to lose, nobody likes her. Well, I got news for you. The people up north do like her. I hear
Oh, yeah.
she saved lives.
Yeah, she did.
She did. She saved lives.
Well, I got irritated yesterday. I got a press release from the Department of Health, and it was talking about the suicide rate, youth suicide rate, which is terrible in New Mexico.
It is. Yes.
And apparently it's down. And so they listed all of the reasons, all the programs they started, all the helplines they created, all the things that they've done to get the youth suicide rate down, which is fine. All the stuff they talk about is fine. Nowhere in their list of things that happened to help reduce the suicide rate for teens and youth did they say anything about, oh yeah, and the schools are back open and the kids are back in school.
it was all.
That was not listed as one of the possible reasons why the teen suicide rate went down. And I don't know how you cannot include that in your reasoning for why the suicide rate was down.
Well, I don't either, except it's a vote getter. This is what I've done to help with the suicide rate.
Yeah.
This is what I've done to help with the education.
Well, then why didn't they
College.
say, well,
Exactly.
and we made sure that the schools
Open the
were safe and
schools.
we got the schools open back
I
up?
don't
Why
know.
didn't they say that?
I don't know.
That, I mean,
Yeah.
I agree with you. That's a vote getter, and
Yeah.
we created this program, and we did this helpline, and we
Right.
spent this money on this, and we're doing this, and we're doing this. But
Right.
nowhere in there did they say, and we also
Open
made sure the schools were safe and got the schools back open again. That's not in there. And how
no
do you
idea.
be a health official, a mental health official, and not take into consideration
Yeah.
what the kids went through, along with the parents and everybody else,
Right.
when they couldn't go to school?
Right. But we're still suffering from that, too.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a
Sure
while.
are. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Couple minutes left. So you want, on the T-shirts that we showed earlier, you're taking orders for those?
We're taking orders.
Okay.
Yes, we'd like the orders in no later. If they could do it today, call me through Monday.
Okay.
Because the sooner we get them in, the sooner we'll get them out so we can start wearing them. Because pretty much after the election's over, there's no need to wear them, you know?
Yeah. Unless you come out with the updated version with the, the winner,
Oh,
winner,
yeah, that's
winner.
true. Could do that. We could do that with the marker, couldn't we?
That's right.
Yeah, we sure could.
Here's the winners.
We sure could.
And then again, the Democrats will take it and go, loser, loser. So you got to be careful how you
That's
do that.
true.
It could be taken both ways.
Oh,
But get
that's
the
true.
call Selah or call the Republican.
Let me give you my number and it'll
Okay.
be a voicemail. It's 575, of course, 513-0913.
Okay.
And I'll leave a voicemail. They'll either call back or find out information.
And they're $20 each.
They're $20 a piece.
So
yes.
say how many you want and what sizes.
Yes.
And then they'll get ordered and then you'll get them and you can walk around and be a walking billboard
That's
for
right.
people
That's
to get
right.
out and vote.
That's right.
And North Eddy County has a Republican headquarters.
40, north, yeah, we do.
I mean, yeah.
402 West Main,
Okay.
second door on the left.
And you're open.
Tuesday and Thursday, 11 to 5, and Fridays, 12 to 3.
12 to 3, and then
Yes.
you have a prayer.
We have a prayer every Wednesday. It's at 12 o'clock in the Republican headquarters, but I guarantee we do not pray for Republicans and we don't pray for Democrats to get beat or anything like that. It's strictly for our country, for our leaders, for our schools, for our churches, for our police department, for the military. It's that kind of prayer, which everybody can do that and everybody needs it.
That's right.
So we moved it to lunchtime, hoping that we would get people run in for 15 minutes on their lunch hour.
Okay.
So
And that's
far
on
they
Wednes-
haven't, but we're still trying.
That's on Wednesdays. And then is there Carlsbad? Is there a headquarters in Carlsbad now?
Yes. Don't know the address.
Look for it online. You'll find it.
It's on the south end of town by Sutherland's. And
Okay.
they have a prayer at 11 o'clock on Wednesday.
11 o'clock on
Yes.
Wednesdays.
And before we close,
Yes.
I wear another hat, and it's called Meals on
Oh,
Wheels.
that's right. That's right. You were going to...
I'm sorry. It's called Meals on Wheels, and she really, really needs volunteers. It's very easy, and it's I do almost the same route every day, and if I could program Meals on Wheels into my car, I guarantee it could go by itself. And it's really a blessing so much, and